Please remain standing as we take first the prayer from Reverend Father Abba Benjamin.
We begin in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Almighty God, creator of heaven and earth, you who gave man wisdom to dream and the ability to build, we gather today to dedicate this runway to you. We thank you, Father, for the vision that started this project, for the hands that labored, the engineers, planners, and workers who gave their strength, for the resources, safety, and protection granted to complete this project. Lord, we, the chief of air staff, the commander of the base, the governor of the state, dedicate this runway to you. Let every takeoff be safe, every landing be peaceful. Let this runway be a gateway of blessings, a gateway for connection, for help and for hope for the base and the state, as in Psalm 24 verse 7. Lift up your heads, O gates, and be lifted up, O ancient doors, that the King of glory may come. Cover every pilot, crew member, air traffic controller, and passengers. Let no evil befall this place, and no plague come near it. Let angels encamp around all who use this facility in the mighty name of Jesus. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon all of us who make our prayers in the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Please remain standing. I would like to invite Imam Okoche H.O.
صلوا على نبي كريم ربنا إياك ندعو ربنا آتنا نصر الذي وعدتنا إننا نبغي رضاك إننا مرتدنا غير ما ترضى لنا أنفسا طاهرة طهر الحرم تملأ تاريخ مجدا وكرم الأولى إن الأولى واجبات المسلمين الأولى إن الأولى واجبات المسلمين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you. You may please be seated. Your Excellency, everything you touch has a mark of authenticity and can stand the test of time. And that is why, while we were having the national anthem, you would have noticed that the aircraft landed. It was to test if indeed the runway is fit for landing, and Your Excellency is 100%. It shows that indeed the runway is fit for landing, despite the weather we've been having for the past couple of hours. Your Excellency, the authentic and dynamic leading luminary and governor of River State, His Excellency Sasim Nalai Fubara, Grand Service Star of River State, the governor of River State. Please put your hands together for His Excellency. May I also recognize Her Excellency, the dynamic and hardworking Professor Mrs. Ngozi Mma Odu, DSSRS, Deputy Governor of River State. May I, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, recognize the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Kelvin Aneke, distinguished flying star. Please a round of applause for him. May I, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, recognize His Excellency, the very, very hardworking and supportive former Deputy Governor of River State, who continues to give support to this administration, Engineer Tele Ikuru. You're welcome, Your Excellency. May I, without further ado, recognize distinguished members of the National Assembly here in their numbers. The National President of the Nigerian Air Force Officers' Wives Association and other members who are here, elder statesmen, leaders, and major stakeholders of River State, members of the River State House of Assembly serving and non-serving, branch chiefs and senior officers from headquarters of the Nigerian Air Force, general officers commanding, flag officers commanding, and air officers commanding divisions and commands, respected monarchs from the host communities, and the representative of the chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council was seated here. Members of the River State House of Assembly serving and non-serving, may I recognize the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Dagogo Wokoma, the Chief of Staff, Sonny Ewule Esquire, the Head of Service, Dr. Nyingi Brown, and other members of the State Executive Council, especially the Commissioner for Special Duties, Honorable Henry Tamnotonye Belgam, whose project we're commissioning here. His ministry is overseeing this project. Commanders and commandants of Nigerian Army, Nigerian Navy, and Nigerian Air Force units and formations, the Commissioner of Police, River State Command, and other heads of paramilitary organizations and agencies here, permanent secretaries, heads of commission, agencies, and boards, and other senior officers of the Nigerian Armed Forces who are present here, the chairman of Obiakpo Local Government Area, Honorable Dr. Gift Wallo, veterans of the Nigerian Air Force and other armed forces here. May I also recognize chairpersons of the Nigerian Air Force Officers' Wives Association and Airmen Wives Association who are seated here, the Executive Committee of the Nigerian Air Force honorary members, captains of industry, members of the Nigerian Air Force community, distinguished invited guests, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, it is again another day to see what you have done here in River State. For several years, several decades, the people of River State, and of course by extension in Nigeria, people have had reasons to fly. And some of the times they have had difficulties assessing airports and accessing flights to take them to and fro. But in River State, we do not just have the international airport, but today this runway makes it easy for the people to have alternatives in cases of emergency, and we know life happens. And so River State again is on the map and is on the news for all the good reasons, and that is because, Your Excellency, you continue to share projects not just in the education sector, not just in the health sector, not just in different human capacity development, but you are extending a hand of felicitation and bringing projects to the armed forces, and that is why we're here today. If you agree with me that His Excellency is a man who continues to harness resources for the well-being of the people, please a round of applause for His Excellency. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, may I now invite to welcome us the chairman of Obiakpo Local Government Area, Dr. Gift Wallo. Please a round of applause for him as he makes his way here. Mindful of the time, the chairman will be spending just a few minutes, about 3 minutes, to give the welcome address.
Thank you. Your Excellency, our dear Governor, Sir Siminalayo Fubara, Grand Service Star of River State, our Deputy Governor, Professor Mrs. Ngozi Mma Odu, Distinguished Service Star of River State, Your Excellency, our former Deputy Governor, Sir Tele Ikuru, other very eminent and distinguished elder statesmen and leaders of our state, members of the State Executive Council, our dear Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Aneke, the Commandant, River State, Nigerian Air Force, and the other senior officers of the Nigerian Air Force here present, captains of industries, members of the State Executive Council, both former and present, senior National Assembly officials that are here, special recognition to our brother, Honorable B.S. Mrengwa, members of the River State House Assembly who are here, our traditional rulers, our women, our youths, great youths of River State, greatest youths of River State. Let me also very specially recognize all the members of the Rainbow Coalition and Renewed Hope family in Obiakpo and River State who are here. Your Excellency, my job is simple. Simply to thank you for again the good things you have done in our state and especially in Obiakpo local government area. This afternoon we were at Rumibo where we commissioned 2 projects, the Neuropsychiatric Hospital and the General Hospital Rumibo. And here we are again commissioning a runway for the Nigerian Air Force. Your Excellency, when you spoke to us at Rumibo, you said that there are 3 very important areas: education, health, and housing. It's like you forgot security. Now you have shown that not only in words, but in action, that you also prioritize security. I want to join the Chief of Air Staff in thanking you for what you have done. I know that this project, many years ago, there was a time when our airport at Omagwa was not working, and we did most of our travels from here. Today, you have only enhanced the air transport infrastructure in River State, making it a win-win for everybody. So if you can't go to Omagwa, you can come to this place and you can fly. We hope that in coming years we'll be able to fly even from water. And God helping us, I want to make an appeal that you should also do one for the riverine people, so that River State is full of airports where people can fly. And of course, when you have infrastructures like this, you attract business, you attract tourism and all whatnot. So today, Obiakpo people are very happy, very, very happy. I don't know whether I will be able to sleep this night, because after all we did at Rumibo, and we're here again doing this, as chairman of council, I can only go home and sleep very, very well, but I'm wondering whether I'll be able to sleep. So we want to thank you and continue to thank you and ask that God will continue to support you, give you the resources, give you the vision, give you the strength to be able to continue to do good things for our people. And let me also say, Your Excellency, a lot of people, when I watch on social media, they try to misinterpret your push for peace in River State. Some of them think that you are not doing the right thing. Some of them think that you should have continued to fight on, and so on. But I want to thank you and tell you that there's a saying that those who sow the wind will reap the wild wind. And those who are peacemakers will be called the children of God. You are a peacemaker, so I can call you a child of God. Continue on that path. Let our state be peaceful. Let our state be prosperous. Let our state see good things and not bad things. Let us be in the news for things like this instead of war. Thank you for doing the part of peace. We are also committed to that peace process, and that is why I always talk about it. There is nothing like peace. I know how we started. Now that there is peace in our state, my appeal to every reasonable Rivers person is to embrace this peace, so that tomorrow all of us will be called the children of God. Thank you, Your Excellency, and may God bless you all.
Thank you so much, the chairman of Obiakpo. I can understand why you're going to find it difficult to sleep tonight. Your Excellency, since we started commissioning last week, Monday, he is the only chairman that has had the opportunity to thank you twice in one day and also have commissionings twice in one day. So I can understand why you cannot sleep. But I believe as you are shaking His Excellency's hand, he will give you little volume 5 with a handshake so you can sleep. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're moving ahead with the program.
Without much ado, may I now most respectfully invite the Commander 115 Special Operations Group, Group Captain A.A. Okpale, Meritorious Service for the goodwill message. After which the Air Officer Commanding Tactical Air Command will be invited for his speech. The Commander, sir.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, Ground Service Star of Rivers State, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Excellency Professor Ngozi Odu, Distinguished Service Star of Rivers State, our Amiable Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Kelvin Aneke, Distinguished Flying Star. Former Deputy Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Engineer Tele Ikuru, Distinguished Service Stars of Rivers State, General Officer Commanding 6th Div Nigerian Army, Port Harcourt, Flag Officer Commanding Naval Training Command, Ebubu, Port Harcourt, and to our own Air Officer Commanding Tactical Air Command, our amiable, distinguished, very important personalities here present with us, members of the Nigerian Air Force Officers' Wives and Airmen Wives Association, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, it is with distinct honor that I stand before this distinguished gathering of very important personalities to deliver this goodwill message on the occasion of the commissioning and reopening of the Nigerian Air Force Base Port Harcourt Military Runway. Today marks not just merely the delivery of critical airfield infrastructure, but the reaffirmation of the great vision and the legacy of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, Ground Service Star, Rivers State, on the conceptualization of these projects, which also aligns with the command philosophy of our amiable Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Kelvin Aneke, Distinguished Flying Star, as well as the shared commitment to strengthening the operational capability of the Nigerian Air Force towards delivering decisive air power effect in the realization of the Nigerian national security objective. His Excellency, sir, this runway and its apron are the heartbeats of our operations. It determines how swiftly and safely aircraft can be launched, recovered, and turned around in support of national security operations. The reconstruction of this runway and apron, therefore, represents far more than fresh asphalt and repainting of markings. It is a direct investment in the readiness and the safety of our air and ground crew, as well as boosting the Nigerian Air Force ability to project air power wherever and whenever it is required within Rivers State and the Niger Delta region as a whole. I wish to express our profound appreciation to His Excellency for his unwavering support to this infrastructure, which strengthens both national security and the economic fortunes of the Rivers State. Your recognition of the Nigerian Air Force Base as a strategic asset and your partnership in bringing this project to completion reflects a deep sense of civil-military cooperation that our nation needs now. To our amiable host community, I offer sincere gratitude for your patience, cooperation, and understanding throughout the period of the construction of the runway. The relationship between this base and its host community remains a cornerstone of our operations, and your continued goodwill is deeply valued and will not be taken for granted. As airmen and airwomen, we understand the importance of infrastructure, and this does not guarantee the capability, but discipline in maintenance, strict adherence to safety standards, and constant vigilance are what will preserve the integrity of this runway and the apron for years to come in service of our dear nation. I once again congratulate all those who labored to bring this project to fruition. May this runway and apron stand as a lasting legacy of discipline and vision, and may every aircraft that lands and take off upon it, every mission that departs from it, be conducted safely in service of stronger Nigeria. Thank you, sir. God bless Nigerian Air Force. God bless Rivers State, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
May we please appreciate the commander with another resounding round of applause. Your Excellency, sir, please permit me to most respectfully invite the Air Officer Commanding Tactical Air Command, Air Vice Marshal MC Ikweme, General Service Staff, for his speech. The Air Officer Commanding, sir.
The Executive Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara, Grand Service Staff of Rivers State, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Her Excellency Professor Ngozi Odu, Distinguished Service Staff of Rivers State, our Amiable Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Kelvin Adeke, Distinguished Flying Staff, distinguished guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is my singular honor to welcome you all to this auspicious occasion. We are gathered here today to witness the commissioning of the reconstructed runway and military apron. This project stands as a symbol of vision, partnership, and purposeful investment. It also reflects our shared commitment to strengthening national security. We are honored to have the Chief Guest of Honor, our amiable Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Kevin Aneke, Distinguished Flying Star, whose partnership with the Rivers State government has seen to the realization of this project. Sir, we appreciate you for creating time for this historic event. Welcome to Port Harcourt. I want to especially welcome His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, Grand Service Star of Rivers State, a good friend of the Nigerian Air Force. Thank you for allowing the Rivers State government to fund and execute this huge project. This is indeed a good demonstration of vibrant civil-military partnership that is worthy of emulation. Your Excellency, your support for this project and indeed others in this base are highly appreciated. You recognize the strategic value of this base to the state and the nation, and you match that recognition with action, and your government's commitment to this project never wavered from start to finish. That is why I said that you are a good friend of the Nigerian Air Force Base, Port Harcourt, and indeed Nigerian Air Force. We say a very big thank you. Although I want to be an Oliver Twist, but I don't know whether the Chief of Air Staff will allow me to make other requests, so I will not proceed in that line. But indeed, we are Oliver Twist. A runway and its apron form the operational heart of any air base. Together, they determine how quickly aircraft can be launched and recovered. They also determine how safely ground operations are conducted daily. This reconstructed runway and apron will therefore go a long way in supporting our operations by ensuring faster response time. I welcome you all to this occasion and making our time to be with us here despite the rain. And I will end my speech on this note. Once again, thank you, sir. May God continue to bless the Nigerian Air Force, continue to bless Rivers State, and continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you all for coming, and God bless us all.
Thank you very much. The Air Officer Commanding Tactical Air Command, Air Vice Marshal MC Ekweme. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's time to have a description of the project, and I would like to invite the Honorable Commissioner for Special Projects, Honorable Henry Tamnotoye Belgam.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, GSSRS, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Professor Mrs. Ngozi Odi, DSSRS, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Kelvin Aneke, Distinguished Flying Star, Your Excellency, Engineer Taylor Ekru, former Deputy Governor of Rivers State, distinguished members of the National Assembly, 7 and former, Honorable Speaker, Rivers State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Martin Chikia Mehule, DSSRS, elder statesmen, leaders, and major stakeholders of the state. All senior officers of the Nigerian Air Force here present, may I stand on existing protocol. It is with deep pleasure and a sense of responsibility that I welcome you all to this important occasion, the commissioning of this runway. Today is more than an opening of a completed reconstruction project. Today we are commissioning infrastructure that connects engineering excellence and military aviation safety, operational readiness, and national security. The project was awarded to T&J Associates on the 21st of November 2024 and is located within the Air Force Base here in Port Harcourt. The project comprises of 5 key components, which includes the resurfacing of the 2,135 military runway, milling of the existing asphalt, and overlay of hot road asphalt in thickness of 10 cm. The construction of a rigid pavement at the VIP apron with a 20 mm concrete and 16 mm reinforcement bars. The construction of another rigid pavement with the same specification for the military apron. The installation of runway lights that meets international standards. And finally, the installation of perimeter fence to protect the area. Each component addresses a specific operational requirement, but together they create something much more significant: a safer, more resilient, and more functional airside environment. The objective was clear: to provide durable, stable, and dependable surfaces capable of supporting airside operations over a long time. There is a powerful saying in the aviation industry that every successful flight begins with a safe runway. At this point, permit me to say, long live the Nigerian Air Force, long live River State, and long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Fly safe and God bless us all.
May I now invite the Marine Director of T&J Associates, Bassam Hojaj, for his remarks. The Marine Director, sir.
Good evening, sirs. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of River State, Siminalayi Fubara. His Excellency, Her Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Ngozi Namadu, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sandy Kelvin Aneke, the Base Commander Group Captain Abdul Fiz Opalayi. All protocols duly observed. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud and honored to stand before you today for the official commissioning of this newly refreshed runway. We express our sincere gratitude to the project contractor T&J Associates for his trust in us, and he gave us the opportunity to execute the job. We, Leonine Asphalt and Construction, on behalf of TGA Associate, we want to thank His Excellency, the Executive Governor and the State Governor for their vision, leadership, and trust in our company. The Chief of the Air Staff and the leadership of the Nigerian Air Force for their continuous support and cooperation on our side. The Supervisory Ministry of Special Project, our engineer, technician, and site workers for their dedication and hard work from start to finish. As the runway opens to active operation today, we wish our gallant Air Force safe takeoff, smooth landing, and continued success in defending our nation's skies. Thank you very much. God bless the Nigerian Air Force, God bless River State, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I want to thank His Excellency, and I believe, and people believe you do very well to choose peace for the state, for everybody, and add more to your legacy. Blessing to River State, people, and leaders. Thank you so much, and everybody enjoy this event.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the contractor has just spoken to us, Bassam Hojaj, the Marine Director of T&J Associates. It gives me great pleasure to now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, invite a man who is on a steady course to deliver on people-centered projects, a man who has just delivered this civil apron of the Nigeria Air Force right here at the base in Port Harcourt. A man who makes promises and delivers on those promises. A man who continues to give at the grassroots and at the elite level all the projects that benefit every strata and demographic here in River State. His Excellency, a man who is a shining star and a shining example of a leader who continues to give the people his best at every point in time. His Excellency, Sir Simnalayi Fubara, GSSRS, Governor of Rivers State.
Please, you may have your seats. Our special guest of honor, Air Marshal Sunday Kelvin Adeka. You are our host, coincidentally, but in the other hand, you're also the special guest of honor. You're welcome to Rivers State. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Professor Mrs. Ngozi Odo. Your Excellency, former Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Sir Engineer Taylor Ikru, PhD. Let me abridge this protocol because of weather. The chairman just whispered to me that the arrangement they made is about expiring. So we need to rush so that we don't find ourselves in that situation that kept us till 5:30. So let me go straight to the business of the day. That notwithstanding, I want to recognize everyone that is here. The service commanders, the entourage of the Chief of Air Staff, our traditional rulers, our women, our youth, the media. I recognize every one of you. I'm standing by the protocol well established by the MC. It is with great pleasure and distinct honor to be here today at the Nigerian Air Force Base, Port Harcourt, for the commissioning of this rehabilitated runway. What we commissioned this day is more than concrete and asphalt. It is a statement of intent, a declaration that Rivers State stands firmly with those who stand guard over Nigeria. The government and people of Rivers State are proud to be associated with this historic intervention. We recognize the Nigerian Air Force as one of the pillars upon which our nationhood rests. An institution whose men and women continue to make numerous sacrifices in defense of our territorial integrity, in the protection of our critical natural assets, and in the pursuit of peace and stability across the length and breadth of this country. Permit me to acknowledge with deep respect and appreciation the leadership and vision of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, under whose leadership the federal government continue to strengthen Nigeria's security architecture and to provide our armed forces with the support they require to discharge their constitutional responsibility. As a Commander-in-Chief, the President has remained firm in his commitment to equip and repositioning our security institution in the clear understanding that national security is not merely one item in the list of national priorities. It is the foundation upon which every other item rests. There can be no thriving economy without security. There can be no confident investment without security. There can be no sustainable development without security. This project speaks directly
to the understanding and to the broader national vision of enhancing the capacity and effectiveness of our armed forces. Rivers State occupies a strategic position in the economic life of this nation as the heart of Nigeria oil and gas industry. Our communities, our waterways, our industries, and our infrastructure carry a burden of national significance. The security of Rivers State is therefore inseparable from the security of Nigeria itself. It follows as a matter of duty rather than favor that the responsible and patriotic government in this state must support the institution mandated to safeguard these assets. This is the spirit in which this runway was rehabilitated. It is a demonstration of our own administration conviction that meaningful progress is built on genuine collaboration between the federal government and the subnational government. Security is a collective responsibility. No single tier of government can secure this nation alone, and no government can deliver sustainable development in an insecure environment. The benefits of these facilities are practical and immediate. It will enhance the operational capacity of the Nigerian Airforce, Port Harcourt. It will improve the efficiency and the safety of the air operation. It will strengthen rapid response capacity in those moments when time itself is the difference between order and disorder. And it will support the ongoing campaign against crude oil theft, illegal refining, pipeline vandalization, and the other criminal enterprise that continue to bleed our national economy. Today's ceremony is also a reflection of the excellent working relationship between the Rivers State government and the Nigerian Air Force beyond this runway. Our administration has continued to provide support directed at improving operational effectiveness and at advancing the welfare of the gallant officers and personnel who serves here. We do so deliberately because a force that is well supported is a force that can be well deployed. We are particularly grateful to the leadership of the Nigerian Air Force for the confidence reposed in this partnership. We salute our special guest, the Chief of Air Staff, and we also salute the officers, the airmen, the airwomen of the Nigerian Air Force, especially those serving here in Port Harcourt, for their discipline, their dedication, and their sacrifice in keeping Rivers State and Nigeria safe. Let me assure you that the Rivers State government remains committed to supporting every initiative that promotes peace, security, development. When our security institution is strong, our people can pursue their legitimate aspiration in an atmosphere of confidence and stability. When our people are confident, they build, they invest, they employ, and they prosper. This is the chain we are strengthening here today. I wish to commend all those who worked, had brought this day to success. The authority of the Nigerian Air Force, the engineers, the contractors, the government officials, Ministry of Social Duties, Special Projects rather, and every hands, the ones seen and the unseen ones. Those efforts made the successful completion of this project possible. I thank all of you. As this rehabilitated runway is commissioned today, we renew our pledge of partnership, of patriotism, and of service to our dear nation. May this facility stand as an enduring symbol of cooperation, of strength, and of our shared commitment to the peace and prosperity of Rivers State and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is now my honor and privilege, though not an airman, to formally invite the Chief of Air Staff to speak to our people, not just the base men and base women, and commission this rehabilitated runway to the glory of God. Thank you, and may God bless all of us.
At this juncture, it is my singular honor and privilege to most respectfully invite the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sunday Kelvin Aneke, Distinguished Flying Star, for the commissioning speech. The Chief of the Air Staff, sir. Okay, sir.
Want to move it? Yes. Don't worry.
So, sir, is there, sir?
Drop that thing. They go turn the. We don't come out the. We don't come out the.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir, I've confirmed from
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Bring this one. I think that one is louder. I think that one is louder. Okay, come. Right. Okay. I think this is louder. It's okay, just put it. It's okay. On a lighter note, Your Excellency, thank you for permitting me to use your stand, but we must give honor to whom honor is due. There are certain things that are your entitlement and should remain your entitlement. Thank you very much, sir. I'm highly honored. The Executive Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Sir Similai Fubara, Ground Service Star of Rivers State, Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Her Excellency Professor Mrs. Ngozi Odu, Distinguished Service Star of Rivers State, former Deputy Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Engineer Tele Ikuru, DSSRS, permit me to flow with the already established protocol. I am deeply honored to welcome you today to today's commissioning ceremony, which marks a significant milestone in our ongoing efforts to strengthen Nigeria's air power and enhance operational effectiveness. The reconstruction of this runway and military apron is a clear demonstration of our collective commitment to operational excellence, aviation safety, and national security. Permit me at this point to specially, and I repeat, specially, acknowledge the invaluable support of His Excellency, Sir Similaye Fubara, and the government and good people of Rivers State. Your Excellency, your humility, patience, and generosity towards the Nigerian Air Force are highly commendable and cannot be overemphasized. Your support for the rehabilitation of the runway, apron, and other airport facilities at the Nigerian Air Force Base, Port Harcourt, represents a tangible contribution to our national defense architecture. Permit me to go off script a bit. I landed at this airfield around 2001 as a very young co-pilot. And Port Harcourt, in those days, used to be one of the most taxing airfields to land because of limited aviation aids. I look around today and I see a well-built concrete apron and taxiway. When we used to come here, first and foremost, this apron was about 1/4 of this size. The civil side there was non-existent, and basically this part was non-existent. So, for His Excellency to commit hard-earned resources to ensure that Rivers State is one of the few states in Nigeria that have 2 effective airfields to land deserves a lot of commendation and a round of applause. Sir, a lot of your citizens might not understand why you have spent so much to make sure you have 2 airfields. It cuts down time, and it shows the strategic depth you have to understand that with an airfield like this, Rivers State will surely be on the top. So please, I request everybody to give His Excellency a round of applause. On behalf of the Nigerian Air Force, I sincerely appreciate you, sir, and the good people of Rivers State for this important partnership. You have been wonderful hosts for more than 50 years that the Nigerian Air Force have established here, and you have committed your resources to ensure that we serve you better. I'd like to say military aviation is fundamentally dependent on reliable ground infrastructure, which is what we're having here today. A functional runway, as you can see, enables the rapid deployment and recovery of aircraft, while an efficient apron provides essential capacity for aircraft parking, maintenance, service, and turnaround. The reconstructed facility will therefore enhance aviation safety, improve operational efficiency, and increase the number and tempo of missions that can be supported from this location, both for the military and for civil purposes. More importantly, this capability comes at a time when Nigeria's security environment is becoming complex, with threats ranging from terrorism, insurgency, and banditry to organized crime, piracy, illegal bunkering, and other emerging asymmetric threats. And that's why I said His Excellency must have had the depth and strategic knowledge to know what it would take to commit funds for a project like this. Addressing these challenges requires the ability to respond rapidly, sustain operations, and project air power when and where it is needed. The improved infrastructure will enhance our readiness, strengthen surveillance and reconnaissance, facilitate faster aircraft turnaround, and enable the Nigerian Air Force to conduct sustained operations across multiple theaters, and also to protect the good people of Rivers State who have treated us so well. Beyond its military utility, this facility will also strengthen our capacity to respond to humanitarian emergencies and disasters, particularly in Rivers State and the wider South-South region. During floods, epidemics, and other emergencies, air assets provide a critical means of rapidly reaching affected communities, conducting medical evacuation, delivering relief materials, and undertaking search and rescue operations. In this regard, the investment represented by this project serves not only national defense, but also the protection and well-being of our citizens, especially, I repeat, the good people of Rivers State. I therefore commend the Rivers State government for its strategic partnership with the Nigerian Air Force, including its support for the rehabilitation of this facility and its role in the handover of an Augusta Westland 139 helicopter, and also funds committed in ensuring that the facilities and infrastructure in the Nigerian Air Force Base, Port Harcourt, is put to use. These interventions demonstrate a commendable commitment to strengthening security, supporting national defense, and enhancing the capacity of institutions responsible for protecting our people and national assets. I extend my sincere appreciation to the Honorable Minister of Defense, the Chief of Defense Staffs, and the service chiefs, and heads of other security and intelligence agencies for their continued support. I also commend the engineers, contractors, project managers, and site supervisors whose professionalism, expertise, and dedication ensured that this project met the required military standards and was completed within the stipulated timeline despite challenges encountered. I equally commend the Air Officer Commanding and the personnel of this base for their professionalism and commitment. Their ability to sustain ongoing operations without disruption throughout the construction period is a clear reflection of their discipline and dedication to duty. I also especially appreciate the surrounding communities for their cooperation and understanding. Maintaining cordial relationship with our host community remains essential and is important to the success of our operations. And we will continue to promote mutual respect and peaceful coexistence. I must also acknowledge the visionary leadership and steadfast support of our dear President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for giving us the free hand to ensure we collaborate and partner with state government to ensure that the good things of life is brought to our citizens. Under his leadership, the federal government has continued to prioritize investment in defense capabilities, including equipment acquisition, personnel welfare, and critical infrastructure. These interventions are strengthening the armed forces and providing the foundation required to respond more effectively to the nation's evolving security needs. Today's commissioning is therefore more than the completion of an infrastructure project. It represents what can be achieved through shared vision, strategic partnership, and purposeful investment in national security. This facility will enhance operational readiness, support security operations, improve pilot training and logistics, strengthen civil-military relations, and contribute to our broader national development objectives. As we commission this important facility today, I am confident that it will serve the Nigerian Air Force effectively for many years to come. To demonstrate this confidence, I am privileged to inform the NDS that my own aircraft was or is the first that landed here. So please, let's give the governor a round of applause. And like our host, Anchor said, it was basically used as an avenue to test the good work done by the governor. And for those of us who are aviation experts, you understand that landing in an airfield like this with the masts and other obstructions around the airport shows that the right instruments to bring the airplane safely to land have been done. And I tell you, those equipments do not come in cheap. As I stand here, I look around, I see a very good apron, I see taxiway markings, I see runway markings, I see runway lights and landing systems. Please, let's give the governor a round of applause. Like I said earlier, a lot of us might not understand the strategic depth for somebody to commit scarce resources into a project like this. It's only in the future that you see the value of what has been done today. Your Excellency, I want to thank you for standing by the Air Force. You have done so much that if I decide to list the things you've done, who might not live here today, I get feedback from my base commander and the ELSA commanding. You've committed hard-earned resources to ensure that we operate seamlessly. And I want to, on behalf of the officers and airmen of the Nigerian Air Force, promise you and the very good people of Rivers State that every dime, every naira you have spent on this apron we stand here today and the runway we have behind will be used efficiently and for the benefit of the good people of Rivers State. You have brought us closer to the people. We can respond quickly to them in the event of an emergency. We can be more at their service. I landed at the airport and it took me 1 hour to get here. What you've done, you've shaved off 1 hour out of their time. And I'm sure other civil airlines will, to some extent, want to use here. So it makes life a lot easier for them. Once again, sir, I sincerely thank the Rivers State government, our partners, all those who contributed to this project, and everyone present here today for being part of this important occasion. Together, we have strengthened the foundation of a more capable, responsive, and effective Nigerian Air Force. Thank you. God bless the Nigerian Air Force. God bless the good people of Rivers State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, sir, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft currently airborne will not be able to land until the runway is formally commissioned. This brings us to the long-awaited moment. It is my singular honor and privilege to most respectfully request His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, Grand Service Star of Rivers State, to please lead the Chief of the Air Staff for the commissioning of the newly resurfaced runway. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Officer. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Their Excellencies and the Chief of Air Staff are making their way now to commission the runway, and would like those who do not have business at the runway to please stay back. Stay back, please. The runway is a place of serious business. If you do not have anything doing there, please stay back.
Is this one? I'll just turn it like, don't worry. Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, we're done. Oh, now they have done here. Yeah, no, I need this one.
commission. Your Excellencies, there's the civilian aircraft that has taken off, and it won't be landing till the runway is commissioned. So it will keep flying until the runway is commissioned. And of course, the Air Force craft is also lifting off. And so after the liftoff, we'll go ahead with the commissioning, because they both won't be landing until the commissioning is done.
Your Excellency, sir, the aircraft before you is the T-129 attack helicopter. Call sign is the Scorpion. The crew flying today is Wing Commander D.O. Olagbede and Flight Lieutenant S.O. Solomon. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, and there she is. The Scorpion is entering the display area. Watch us settle into an oval. Steady, controlled, and precise. That is the beauty of the Scorpion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the T-129 attack. This is one of the most formidable helicopters in the Nigerian Air Force. And now watch closely. The Scorpion is moving and it's about to take a dive called the Scorpion Sting.
Coming, please. Should dive now. I'm coming, please. Can you? They're supposed to perform a maneuver.
And now she dives. This is the Scorpion Sting. Fast, agile, and responsive. This is the kind of maneuverability that gives the combat helicopter its edge in the battle space. The next maneuver is the wingovers. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the wingover. Watch as the Scorpion rolls. And there she goes, beautifully executed. And she's coming again for another wingover. That is not slippy speed. That is control, precision, and that is the capability of the Nigerian Air Force combat helicopter. Ladies and gentlemen, the Scorpion is showing you what she can do. And now the Scorpion is preparing to depart the display area. Watch closely as she takes a bow and leaves. Thank you.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, apart from the Scorpion Sting, we also had a civilian aircraft that took off here. And I'd like to give us a brief profile of the pilot, Captain Stanley Barra, Kote Pepper. is an accomplished aviation professional and chief pilot, Department of Aviation, River State Government. He is an experienced airline, corporate, and executive aviation pilot with extensive exposure to the operation of high-performance business aircraft and airline operations. He is rated on the following aircrafts: B777, ERJ135, 145, Legacy 600, 650, Global Vision 5000, 60,000.
Stands as another example of long-term modern residential accommodation for Air Force officers, personnel, while supporting
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen,
within the base. These investments have been recognized by Air Force.
we will be proceeding on inspection, further inspection, and then Your Excellencies, at the end of it, will take the exit.
AW139 instead of
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will be proceeding on a tour shortly, and those that will be proceeding on the tour, His Excellency the Governor, the Deputy Governor, the Chief of Air Staff, the former Deputy Governor will be riding together. And all the other VIPs, there will be provision made for you. The rest of us will have to remain behind while they proceed on the tour. I'll also like to announce the fact that the pilot Stanley will be coming back for a landing. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, smooth landing from the civilian aircraft led by Captain Stanley. Smooth landing.
Of supporting safe and efficient military operations.
Again,
for
you can see that the runway can stand the test. They are now proceeding on inspection tour. Once again, His Excellency the Governor of Rivers State will be joined by Her Excellency the Deputy Governor, the Chief of the Air Staff, and the former Deputy Governor of Rivers State. They will be in the same vehicle, please. Indeed, it's been a successful commissioning of this civil apron right here at the Air Force Base in Port Harcourt. And of course, the runway and the Chief of Air Staff himself has attested to the fact that everything that is needed here to have smooth landing has been provided by His Excellency. And the fact that this runway, the apron, everything, including the lights that are needed for landing at night, have all been provided. Everything has been taken into consideration and cognizance during the construction of this project. Once again, congratulations to not just the Nigerian Air Force, but the people of Rivers State who continue to benefit from this people-oriented projects.